grabando. Ahí hay un soldado de la frontera que un haitiano lo apuñaleó por la espalda.
Lo dejó con cuchillo.
Y se metieron a la casa de
violaciones. Son violadores.
Se metieron a la casa de una pareja de esposos, amarraron al abuelo y lo golpearon. Y al esposo, violaron a la señora y violaron a la niña de 12 años.
Nosotros tenemos miedo de salir a la calle.
Que hay un grupo que dice que somos xenófobos, que no lo queremos. No, eso es mentira, eso no es verdad.
Tenemos aquí una izquierda rancia, globalista, pero sus casas tienen puerta y tienen hierro, y tienen verja adelante y tienen verja atrás.
Te quiero contar la historia de una niña que se llamaba Moraime. En una noche oscura de octubre, Moraime tuvo que esconderse. El dictador Trujillo decidió limpiar las razas.
Los dominicanos aquí, lo queremos mucho, lo queremos mucho.
República Dominicana, la tierra donde yo nací, la amo y la quiero. Y no voy a vivir bajo la indiferencia de que soy un extranjero cuando yo nací allí.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's up? Peace and blessings to everybody. I just got done watching this. It was a hard watch. It's a documentary called Stateless. And let me give you the summary. It says, Director Michèle Stephenson brings to light the crisis of those of Haitian descent in the Dominican Republic, many of whom left stateless by the Dominican Republic 2013 decision to deny, take away citizenship from Haitian immigrants and their descendants. When I say this fucking thing, it uplifted me because, you know, I'm going to be fucking proud to be Haitian regardless, but it also pissed me off at how stupid humanity can be. And let's keep it a buck. I know, you know, there's a, you know, Haitians and Dominicans have this, you know, this back and forth bullshit that about history. We're living in the fucking 21st century. These are people that have been living in that country for years. Their parents were, you know, sugarcane workers. And the thing that pissed me off is like, it's so many people in the DR that follow and fall for the propaganda that the government gives them. Because let's be honest, let's keep it a buck. At the end of the day, it's about skin color. It's about the skin color. Because if Haitians were any type of white or, you know, Spanish mixed looking, this would not be an issue. Let's keep it a buck. It was a very extremely hard watch. I mean, like I said, some parts of it I was happy, some parts I was just pissed, and sometimes it just made me sad because it's just the way they view Haitians, especially in the Dominican society. And I'm coming from a point of, you know, understand, I have no issue with Dominicans. I'm gonna keep it 100. I have no issue whatsoever with Dominicans. But you have that it's a Dominican elite that feel this propaganda on Haitians. Because on that clip, that lady was literally saying Haitians are the cause of all her issues. That's complete BS bullshit, and that lady should be ashamed of herself. That just doesn't make any sense.
That have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. I love Mexico.
So the documentary starts with this Haitian descent. I'm gonna say Haitian descent because she's been in Dominican Republic her whole life. She actually has a law degree from Dominican. I mean, I don't know what school she went to or institution she went to in Dominican Republic, but she's also a lawyer. And what she does is she goes around and helps people with Haitian descent. When I say Haitian descent, these are people, their parents, even parents, have lived on that side in Dominican Republic their whole life. But they so happen to have, somebody came from Haiti at some point in the day, back in the time. So she goes around to help, people get their legal status. And she's always under stress. She's always like, because everything is so, I'm not gonna say everything is fucked up in Dominican Republic, but it's a lot of corruption. Shit, I thought Haiti had corruption, but come on, Dominican Republic, y'all got some corruption too. Because it was several clips where, because she was running for Congress, and she was trying to get the, support from people. And she went up to a group and she was like, look, can you guys support my, my candidacy? I can't talk. And they're like, are you going to pay me? The other candidate just gave me 100 pesos. So if that ain't corruption, I don't know what is. And she was trying to explain to them, like, look, the fact that somebody's paying you to vote, that's not democracy. So another clip, I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but I think everybody needs to watch this documentary. It's called Stateless. There's other point where another guy who has Haitian descent, who's been in Dominican Republic for years, he goes to some bureau to get his to see if he get his papers, because his mom is actually Dominican and his dad is Haitian. This is where I say it's a skin color issue. He's a dark-skinned man. His mom is Dominican, not Haitian. His dad is Haitian. So when he goes to the bureau and presents the finding, the guy's like, oh, your documents don't make sense. So he's wearing a camera, and the guy that's doing that's processing the paper doesn't know he's wearing a fake security cam. So the guy's like completely disrespecting this guy. It's like, what I can describe it as? It's like segregation. Don't sound far-fetched, but listen. He was being treated as a second-class citizen. And you could tell the guy didn't see him as a human. He saw him as a, what they say, Haitianos, a Haitian. Who cares? So the guy completely disrespected him and told him, like, basically he's not going to do it. And as the guy's trying to explain his side, the Haitian descent, he's trying to explain his side to say, look, my mom is Dominican. The guy goes on his phone and completely ignores the guy. Like, he completely ignores him like he's a piece of shit. The next clip is like, before that, they were driving, and there's so many, in Dominican Republic, there's so many pit stops, I guess, with immigration. But one thing that I kept on, that came to mind as I watched the documentary, these are black people. Haitians are black. And I know no country is a country without borders, but it just, the spirit of fucking colorism, racism lives the fuck on. And you know what? Them white supremacists, when they did that triangle, they knew the fuck they were doing, because this shit is like a stain that won't go away. These are black people doing all this. Let that sink in. What was I gonna say? So she ends up losing Congress, but because she's I forgot to add this. There's a group of far right people. So in Dominican Republic, they have the left and the right. In Dominican Republic, the right is more powerful than the left. So the right, unfortunately, are against Haitians. They're against they use the same tactic as Americans over here with the Republican Party. So they blame the Mexicans on virtually everything negative, or the Mexicans. And that's exactly what the right does in the Dominican Republic. The left is not as strong as the right. So the right is like a propaganda machine. And there's a point where the lawyer, the Haitian descent lawyer, she said, even if you go on social media in Dominican Republic, they'll have like little propaganda stories of, oh, this Haitian did this or this Haitian did, and it's always in a negative tone. It's always negative. So I just want to say to my Haitian people, l'il est temps. It's time to help your country. L'il est temps pour pays à changer. Nous pas capable encore. Nous fout bouquet. We're tired. This is an embarrassment. The fact that the president just died. Your own neighbors want you to get the fuck out of the country. The Haitian government, it's time to help the people. It's ridiculous. When I see that documentary, really just had me feeling some type of way. Before I started, I've been watching a whole bunch of panels on the Dominican Republic and Haitian issue. Listen, I'm not an expert. Some of my, opinions might be biased. Take it as you want. But I know for sure I'm not a biased person. I don't have any issue or nothing against Dominicans or Haitian. Or Haitians. I'm Haitian, of course. But somebody said something that made so much sense, and it was a Dominican. He was like, we hate the Haitians so much for 22 years. How about the real slavery that was caused by the Spaniards? How about the American occupation? Why is this all this, why is the hostility towards the Haitians? For 22 years of occupation, which they try to say slavery. I don't know, I'm just giving out thoughts. All right. So these are my wishes for both countries. I don't want to sound cliche and say I wish for peace, but I do. But that's unfortunately not going to happen. Until the Dominican Republic wakes up and realize who's their enemy, this is going to continue. Because every country, especially, every country with little power, always has a scapegoat. Think about that. The Dominican Republic sugar, I want to say plantation, I forget what that company is called. They have lobbyists in DC. It's all connected to money. You think America cares? No. But there are Dominicans with their eyes open. There are Dominicans who know Haitians are not the enemy. That's who I stand with. I don't see Dominicans as the enemy. And I know this video is going to get some people to talk, and say whatever you can say whatever you want. But the facts are the facts. And I'm the type of person, if something is not right, is not just, I'm going to stand and say something, regardless. What's going on in the Dominican Republic, especially when it comes to Haitians, is not right and is not just. And then the documentary even says it. And people fail to realize that can be America. I'm second generation American in this country. So if the U.S. wanted to come up with a law and say, hey, if you haven't been here for 3 generations, you're not American, I'll be stateless. Let that sink in. So my thoughts for both countries, I wish for unity, peace, and I wish for the propaganda on both sides to stop. Because I think, no, I do not want the countries to merge. But I think there's a special relationship that can be upheld. And I know the Haitian government has a lot of issues. Haiti has a lot of issues right now. And I think in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the desert, is where the Dominicans and Haitians can come together and come in peace. Because Dominican Republic has a lot of issues also. I know it's better off than Haiti, but there's a lot of corruption in Dominican Republic. Let's keep it a buck. Oh, well, anyways, please watch the documentary. It's called Stateless. It's free. It's on PBS. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Like I said, in life, there's going to be things that are going to piss you off. This was a hard watch for me. I'm not going to lie, I'm biased. I love Haiti. I'm a proud Haitian. When it comes to Haiti, that's a soft spot for me. I don't care, we're black. I'm proud of my black. I'm proud that we're from Africa. I'm proud that we we uplift Africa as our descendants. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment on the video, and tell me what your thoughts are, and we'll go from there. Thank you.